Committee. Just to inform you that this meeting will be recorded and live streamed by Harborough District Council. Members and officers, can I just make you aware that you use your desk microphones in order for this to work, and only 2 microphones, that's in addition to the chairpersons, can be on at the same time. Can we just ensure that mobile phones are switched off or at least on silent? And just quick housekeeping, fire exit over there. We're not expecting a fire drill. So if the alarm does go off, leave by the fire exit, and the meeting point is at the top end of Mill Hill Car Park. Okay. So on to apologies. We have apologies that have been sent from Councillor Bilby. Any more apologies at this stage? Nope. Okay. Declaration of members' interest. Members, do we have anyone have anything to declare at this point? No. And then it's on to the draft minutes of the Regulatory Committee, which was on the 13th of February 2024. So if we can have a look, and are there any comments, or are members happy to approve this is a true and accurate record of that meeting? Oh, sorry, Councillor.
I think they're true and accurate, and I'm happy to propose that we accept the minutes for that meeting.
Wonderful, thank you. Do we have a seconder?
Chair, so first of all, thanks very much. I can see I was present at that meeting. I was just going to make a comment. This is over a year ago, and I just make the point that's not acceptable in any way, shape or form. And I do hope as chair of this committee, you're going to attend to this and ensure that we don't get minutes a year after a meeting. In fact, it's a year and a half nearly. Well over that. That's just completely and utterly unacceptable, because no one can genuinely remember what happened at that meeting, you know. And so to now ask us, have we got any issues we want to raise? Come on, that's just not, that's crackers. So I'm happy to support seconding them. I haven't got any issues to raise because it's too long ago and I can't actually remember. But I do think going forward, this committee, along with all the other committees of the council that are currently being operated, we have got to get these minutes in front of members, not a year and a half, 20 months later. That's just not acceptable. And the officers, I'm sorry, you know, I don't care who's responsible, but the buck lays with the administration and with the head of paid service. Thanks very much.
I totally agree with you there, Councillor King. I totally agree. And I was going to leave this later down the meeting, that I have actually spoken to Ella, and I personally will be following up that the minutes are sent out to members of this committee in a timely fashion. So I can assure you that that's what I will be doing.
I'm very grateful for that. I appreciate we don't meet very often, but, you know, I take your point. Thank you very much. And I'm not attaching blame to individual officers. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. So if we take a vote on that we agree with the minutes of the last meeting on the 13th of February 2024. No, I wasn't here, so yep, okay. So on to number 4 of the agenda, which I believe is that you, Ella, but I'll leave that with you.
Thank you, Chair. So this report is to appoint a regulatory subcommittee or panel for the rest of the municipal year of 25-26. It's fairly similar to the report that was received by yourselves as the licensing committee previous this year. So the recommendations are just to delegate authority to a regulatory subcommittee or panel, as it's classed in the constitution, to carry out such matters that may be so delegated under section 101 of the Local Government Act 1972 and are not already delegated by the Licensing Act 2003 or the Gambling Act 2005 for 25-26. And the second recommendation is to appoint all members of the regulatory committee to the regulatory subcommittee for the remainder of the 25-26 municipal year. Just to clarify, the subcommittee must be comprised of 4 members. So if we appoint all of yourselves, you'll all be eligible to sit when a hearing is called to consider the information. So that's everything from myself. If anyone's got any questions, I'm happy to answer. Thank you. I'll hand back to yourself, Chair.
Okay, I'll open the floor. Does anyone have any questions regarding this? Of course, yeah, Councillor Scott.
Maybe an obvious question. Sorry, I'm very new to this. Anyone who's not here tonight, they can be put onto that subcommittee. Yes, they can. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, sorry, just through yourself, Chair. So they're all appointed to the regulatory committee. So everyone that's appointed to the regulatory committee is able to be able to sit on the subcommittee. So the training that we are having after this meeting will be recorded for those not able to attend. So I would hope that if they do come to a hearing, they will have watched the training.
Can I just, oh, sorry. Sorry,
I was just
Councillor
going to say it's very similar to what we did for the licensing, and we need to do it. So I'm happy to propose both recommendations.
Okay. I was just going to ask a question, actually. It was 3.4 about electing a chair and saying this is ordinarily the chair of the regulatory committee. Now, tell me if I'm wrong or not, that some of these hearings with the panel could, probably would take place in the day. Availability of members for being able to do that, and I'm just wondering whether it could be that when a subcommittee, is convened to, for a hearing, whether it could be decided at within each panel for them to elect who's going to be chair for that particular meeting. Would that be possible?
Yeah, absolutely. So just I'll just draw your attention to 3.4 again. It just says that should the elected chair be absent for any future meeting, usual procedures to elect a chair for that meeting shall apply. So it's likely that if yourself or whoever is elected as chair at the first subcommittee meeting can't attend, then it will be elected at each hearing.
Thanks for clarifying that. That's great. Anybody else?
Quick question, Chair. Or just clarification. So I've sat on one of these panels a couple of times. So they are 3-member panels when they meet, aren't they? Is that right? Huh? Because we had ones for taxi licenses and vehicles and things.
Yeah, absolutely. So sorry, do yourself, Chair, if you have anything.
Yes, please do.
So the licensing subcommittee, that is 3 members, as dictated by the Constitution. The regulatory panel is 4 members, but we believe how that would work is that there would be 3 members with a 4th as a spare, as it were. So if someone can't attend on the day, sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
right,
but I'll get that clarified.
Just seems a bit weird. We're operating them slightly differently. And just to clarify from my mind, because I'd obviously missed this, but I'm assuming I'm right in this, that we're operating a separate regulatory and licensing committee and you're not chair of licensing, you're just chair of regulatory, because I don't think there's been a licensing committee. Or have I got that wrong? Or maybe I was away from that.
Sorry, yes, yeah,
Clarify,
yes,
just for the
absolutely.
avoidance of doubt,
Of
as they
course.
say.
So,
Thank you.
yeah, we had a licensing committee in June, and at the no, that's fine. At the annual council meeting, we appointed all the chairs of the committees.
Sorry. Are we running the same chair for? Is it the same chair for both regulatory and licensing?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Same
Councillor
membership.
Whitmore. I wasn't at that meeting.
No,
So,
absolutely. Yeah,
and I
so-
haven't had the minutes, probably. So maybe I have, but I haven't clocked them. So anyway, thank you. Thanks for clarifying that.
Okay, so do we have, so we've had, okay, so councillor Elliott, the second that, so we have a vote? We're all okay with that? Yep, we're all in agreement. Okay, thank you. Okay. So we've got item number 5, any urgent business? Is there anything anybody wishes to bring to this committee at this time? No, then I shall bring this committee to a close for this evening. Thank you very much.